So this is part two to the last video. We're gonna talk about. It's gonna be. I'm gonna try to keep this one short. When you look at Neanderthals, they say that the difference between Neanderthals and us today, well, they include everybody as us, right? Everybody is us to an extent, but you know what I mean. They say it's a 3% difference in their DNA. What is that 3%? That's that animal. That's what a caveman is. Neanderthal, caveman, Caucasoid, Caucasus Mountain, Caucasian, Asian. We Asiatic Moors. You know? But they not the only ones. It's the whole planet. I mean, some people kept some of our traditions to an extent, you know, but it's the whole planet. So I just want you to remember that 3%. It's way more than 3%. That's just what they say. You know, that's just what they say. This is their Google's there. Google's them. We use other animals, but this was one of the main ones we use. Like we use the wolf. You know, like I'll give you some more examples. Yeah, that's one of the main ones we use right there. And notice they got a tail. See, when we did these experiments, they took a long time because the first set didn't look that way. They didn't look like human. The second set didn't look like human. It took a whole bunch of experiments, a whole lot of time, and keep putting our DNA into it, which was forbidden. You see why they keep talking about these Sasquatch? They keep saying Sasquatch or Bigfoot or Chewbacca. They talking about their roots, but see, we use different animals, right? So some of them had different appearances. Like some people, we even experiment on wolves. So, you know, so but the most were the Rhesus monkey. That's why they keep saying Bigfoot. But they make you King Kong. But knows the king part. Alright. They know their roots. That's supposed to be you. But it's some BS. Alright. They say you love the white woman. You keep stealing their women. Oh man. But they make fun of you because they know their real history. Alright, let's get back to this Sasquatch. Let me show you this is for the Dragon Ball fans. This is why in the cartoons if there was a full moon and they had their tail, they were turned into a big ape. That guy would turn into that big ape if it was a full moon, if he had a tail. They would because they know their history. People be like, oh, that's not true. It's because of these fools. Ain't that the Rhesus monkey? Tell me that ain't the Rhesus monkey. And I'm pretty sure that was probably, I don't know, they probably look like that after 1,000 years of experiments, or maybe less than 1,000 years. But they didn't look like that right away. They know what's going on. Look at that. The girl giant and the monkey king. That's a rhesus monkey. And that's why to this day we got monks. And we call them spiritual, and they are to an extent. They are, but they're not as spiritual as us. And that's where we look to them for advice and spirituality. Meanwhile, they learned it all from us, and we still have most of the information inside. It's just locked away. And if we look to them, we go backwards. We ain't supposed to be shaving our heads. We only shave our heads if there was nuclear warfare, meaning because there was nuclear fallout. That's why you see so many Egyptian pictures. They had shaved heads and they put on like wigs. It was only because of it was a reason. Like if people went through a bad stage in their life, like maybe a super bad breakup in a relationship, they might cut their hair then. That's it. That represents, you letting go of the old and bringing in the new. We didn't just cut our hair just because. Those are our antennas to the planet. But they wear the robes and stuff. Like, they are spiritual to an extent, but never more spiritual than you. You just forgot who you is. And they're called monkeys. Everything is about this monkey, this rhesus monkey. And people can't figure it out, right? Like, in the Asian community, they put up the serpent, so they know a lot of our history. In America, the serpent's bad. In Asian countries, the serpent is good. All around the world, the serpent is good. Just around so-called white people is bad. So the Asians, so-called Asians, they do have more traditions of ours than the so-called Caucasoid. But that's because the Caucasian, they don't want it. They're trying to defeat Ma. They want to take down the original. They're going to war with Ma. We come from Ma. We come from Mu. That's why they hate the cow. Moo. Because the cow keeps saying moo. It represents us. They hate the cow. They want everybody drinking milk and eating burgers, they call it hamburgers, but it's beef burgers. It ain't just beef though, be beef and human.